Hello guys, welcome everybody to Blue Purple Haze Podcast. I am your host Isaac here who I'm here to give your honest opinion about Minnesota Vikings football and Chicago Cubs baseball. So I figured, instead of going I would say going to do like a series reaction to Cubs games, I'm going to try to break down the game as much as I can. So Cubs lose last night to the Padres in the first game. They lose 9-7. They fall now to 17-12, losing their third in a row. So I'll talk about what went right and what went wrong for the Chicago Cubs. I mean, the batting, I wasn't worried about the offense one bit. I thought they did decently well. I mean, one play in particular where PCA was at third and the Padres challenged and he was out when it was a throw to third, basically to call him out because he was out. So they challenged it and they won the challenge. So, I mean, I don't really blame the offense the batting lineup. I thought they did well. Seiya Suzuki had a home run. He had a home run to basically make it a 1-3 game. And then, I mean, of course, we know the highlight is Moises Ballesteros with a grand slam in the third. That was incredible to make it a 5-3 game. And, I mean, the offense did end up rallying back down 9-5 in the ninth inning to make it 2 runs. It really didn't really matter. This loss was on defense for a couple of reasons. Starting off with Matthew Boyd, he didn't do that well. He had 4 earned runs. He had 9 hits allowed. He did okay. He did finish through he finished 4 innings, so he was relatively okay, but didn't really do all that well. I mean, a couple things annoyed me about that, and the bullpen. Ben Brown didn't do that well. He did allow 2 runs. Nick Castellanos, there was a guy in second and third. Nick Castellanos hit a double that drove in 2 runs to make it a 6-5 game, which I have a huge issue with that. But then, the Chicago Cubs then, I mean, they allowed another, and then the Padres would add on 2 more and games out of reach. The annoying thing that happened in that game was the challenge, the terrible usage of the challenges that the Cubs had last night, where the first one in the first inning, Matthew Boyd on the first batter, I believe this was an 0-0, or maybe it was 1-0, 0-1, doesn't really matter, but Matthew Boyd with a terrible challenge on the batter if it was called a strike. It was a ball that was called a strike, and he lost that challenge. I mean, there was no reason to challenge that. And why? Why would you challenge it that early in the game when it really didn't matter at all? Because the Padres scored 3 runs anyways. Even if it was good, they still would have scored 3. So that's not acceptable. That was unacceptable. And then the second challenge they used up, it was, I believe, another one of those situations where it didn't even matter. So you burned 2 challenges for no reason. Okay? You burned all 2 challenges 3 innings into the game. Why? Why would you do that? And then in the 5th, okay, this is where the challenges would have mattered. Ben Brown threw a strikeout. It was a 5-4 game in the 5th inning where Ben Brown threw in the strike zone. But then the umpire, it was bad on the umpire where he said it was a ball instead of a strikeout. The game, it was 2 outs. It was a 1-2. It was a 1-2 pitching count, and the umpire said it was a ball. When it was in the strike zone, you had 0 and instead of at least having 1 challenge on you, that would have been a good time to challenge it, and then you would have won the challenge, and the inning would be over. That's 2 runs. The Padres wouldn't have scored 2 runs. You allowed 2 runs. So you burned all your challenges. That was a poor mismanagement of challenges. Hopefully, Craig Counsell disciplines the team as far as challenges go, but they're 17-12, a rough start to the series, but we shall see what they do. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Go Cubs.